Well, I'll be damned. It's about fucking time. I mean, they couldn't seriously continue to release patches without any communication and still be nominated for the Game Awards category Best Community Support in 2019, even though those awards are just the industry self-filleting based on some of the nominees that I see, like Best Audio for fucking Call of Duty Modern Warfare, after giving me PTSD just from the word contact. Or maybe that's because the patch dates line up with the patch number, as the 11.20 patch finally got some notes to go alongside it on Epic Games' website. However, there are still changes that they neglected to mention, and of course there's data mines to discuss. Adding to the locker functionality that was a new feature in the previous patch, you can now enter a filter for items that were introduced in a certain season of the game by just typing it into the search bar. If you need more carrots to dangle, and more on them later, daily challenges are now back in the game so people can quit bitching about how slowly they rank up the battle pass even without being supercharged. In graphical improvements, there is now a UI contrast adjuster in case you'd rather play in a haze that symbolizes needing to be on drugs to enjoy the game, and for hashtag PC Master Racists, there's DirectX 12 support if you could somehow actually get that to run with your game. On to gameplay affecting changes, the headshot multiplier of the tactical shotgun is now in line with the headshot multiplier of the pump shotgun, thus negating the sole reason to use that shotgun that actually requires aiming, although it wasn't really even viable before this change. And now the pump shotgun is even less so. There is also an increase to the health and shield given from bashing in slurp tankers for those that are fed up with the RNG and want to take it out on something in the game instead of going around smashing something in their gaming room. There were some more healing buffs, but much like anything prior to this patch, it had to be figured out by the community with environmental campfires that can be rekindled for 300 wood even if it was previously used, but now you could add an additional 30 wood to also burn like gonorrhea for stoking the flames to make you heal even faster. In addition, for people that can't be bothered to look at the bottom right of your HUD for a counter, there's now an ammo left in magazine bar next to your crosshair in order to fuck up your aim. Thanks, Epic. Oh, and the bandage bazooka is now finally back in the game for those completionists that didn't get around to doing the healing teammates for 200 health challenge prior to it being hot fixed out. Too bad the developers aren't as generous with that crossing off your honey-do list like a wife that just did it anyways because her husband, aka Epic Games, took too long to do so. That's not the only Battle Royale news that came with the update, as it was revealed that Epic is extending Season 1 of Chapter 2 until February, making it by far and away the longest season that Fortnite has ever had, given that it will be almost 4 months long, which eclipses Season 9's just less than 3 months mark. Although it would have been a nice birthday present for a new season to come on December 12th as originally leaked, this gives me more time to actually earn all 100 tiers of the Battle Pass, given the slower than evolution and erosion speed at which you rank up. For people that just throw money at the game in order to get all 100 tiers on day 1, however, it's going to be a very elongated wait until then, considering that Chapter 2 has thus far been more tame, with not releasing new beepity bops every single week that are pretty much shitty ideas, and even worse for the state of the game as a whole. However, according to the post, there will be a holiday event with tons of content and a live experience that is not to be missed. Data miners have uncovered the location of the possible event that is being referenced, being the landmark Risky Reels that has been carried over from the prior map onto the new one, with the area getting gradually fewer and fewer parked vehicles, but an increase in the construction trucks that are appearing, and a video that will eventually be played, but it claims to stop on January 1st, 2020, suggesting a New Year's event that will hopefully be less intrusive than making the entire lobby dance potentially mid-gunfight. Anyways, this push back to February means that there will be more weeks of challenges, even though Fortnite has 8 letters for 8 weeks worth of hidden letters and loading screens. This week's challenges are called Trick Shot, and even though there's no mountain with that name in the current map, maybe we can make it one of those areas that are probably still grayed out for you in the southeast corner of the map. The tasks to complete are getting 2 limbs at 50 health or less, so make sure you're like a pregnant lady that doesn't want the baby, and jump off at a decently high altitude before taking engagements, a word that I chose on purpose with that description, by the way. Consuming 3 apples at the orchard, a landmark that's north of Frenzy Farms as shown on the map here, so again, self-harm is the way to go. 3 kills at either Weeping Woods if you'd rather not get decent loot to start the match, or a landmark, of which you can go to the places on the map shown on screen here, and I don't even think this is inclusive of all of them, by the way. Dancing at 3 different landmarks: the Pipe Man located south of Misty Meadows, the Hay Man southwest of Frenzy Farms, and the Timber Tent located between Sweaty Sands and Holly Hedges. Gaining health with all 3 things that you consume once fishing it out of the water: a small fry, flopper, and slurp fish, which the latter is heavily contaminated yet gives the most healing power, almost as if Epic is anti-environmental. 3 eliminations with pistols, which are better than most SMGs, visiting 3 name locations in a single match, dealing 500 damage with shotguns, which is easy unless you're playing the fucking game wrong, saving yourself from falling damage by landing in a hideout, which is something I didn't even know you could do, but that's the only good reason to have those camper havens on the map, I guess, and healing yourself within 10 seconds of taking damage from an opponent, so you should actually carry some bandages or a med kit now. Complete 8 of those and you get this loading screen here of the good guys wearing black for once, although I don't know how these fighters can fucking see out of those costumes, but the hidden T is located under the bridge like a Red Hot Chili Peppers song, north of Weeping Woods on the map shown on screen. The next 2 weeks worth of challenges have also been leaked, with next week being named Dive, which is what your stats will do after completing these tasks, which are 3 kills at Holly Hedges if you find yourself at Home Depot or Lowe's way too often and it feels like fucking home, or Hydro 16, which is the big fuck off dam located between Misty Meadows and Weeping Woods, completing swimming time trials east of Hydro 16 and at Lazy Lake, of which we don't know much about those two at this point. 3 limbs without ADSing, so spray them down like a garden hose, getting use out of that only new item that's been added during the season, the harpoon gun, with pulling an item, pulling an opponent, and catching a fish, dealing 200 damage to descending supply drops, searching said supply drop within 10 seconds of it landing 3 times, and some more challenges that feel like they're straight out of the smash and grab from season 10, dealing damage to opponents within 30 seconds of using a glider, which is definitely for Team Rumble, where glider redeploys are automatically in your inventory, harvesting 300 wood within 60 seconds of landing from the battle bus in a single match, and dealing damage with 2 different weapons within 30 seconds, so counterintuitively, don't go for a kill shot. Complete 8 of these to get this loading screen here, which is basically a different angle of that clip from the season 2 trailer with the boat careening down the waterfall, but you can clearly see the E atop the light pole, which can be found at the bridge near Hydro 16, again shown on the map on screen here. Week 9's mission, called Chaos Rising, will send you to the northeast part of the map, with searching 7 ammo boxes at Steamy Stacks or Holly Hedges, using a zip line in 2 different matches, which are somewhat scattered around the map, but the easiest ones to get to are the ski lift looking ones from Steamy Stacks over to Pleasant Park, skydiving through rings at Homer Simpson's place of occupation, aka Steamy Stacks, completing motorboat time trials that must be built for speed instead of comfort if you actually want to do this, dealing 250 damage to an opponent from below, dealing 500 damage to opponents while in water, but it's unclear if you or the enemy has to be in the water for this one, dancing at the Green Steel Bridge southeast of Frenzy Farm, Yellow Steel Bridge east of Misty Meadows, and Red Steel Bridge, connecting 2 locations from the last map, Pleasant Parks and Salty Springs. Green, yellow, red, yeah, that's a traffic light. 3 kills with shotguns and 3 kills within 5 meters, so it's almost a 2 for the price of 1 there, and searching 5 chests in a single match. Complete 8 of these challenges and you'll get this loading screen here, which may be what the Risky Reels event might look like, considering that there's videos on screens, but there are some coordinates on the screen which point to a landmark near Steamy Stacks called Bob's Bluff, which may be where the hidden XP drop is located, which is what you're going to have to search from this loading screen because Epic ran out of letters to give, so they're just not giving fucks either. I picked these coordinates specifically because there's a large emphasis on Steamy Stacks in this set of challenges, and that's where the coordinates basically point to. There also happens to be another set of coordinates here that points to the southeastern part of the map by the weather station and base camp golf landmarks, but what's happening here is to be determined. This loading screen also contains what appears to be the Chapter 2 Season 1 reward skin that has been data mined as Sorana, which had the file name Bane that was associated with the secret skin that comes with the Ready Ruck, Backbling, and Party Crasher's harvesting tool that you'll get once you complete all of the challenges for 8 weeks, similar to Seasons Past. Perhaps those aforementioned coordinates will unlock the different styles for this cosmetic set, considering that they both contain the Ready Ruck, Backbling, and Party Crasher's harvesting tool on the screen along with the coordinates. Who the fuck knows? We'll just have to wait and see. That's just the start of the leak things to play dress up with in a shooter game, including the brand new Slurp Squad set containing the Big Chuggus skin that looks more like a Bane than Sorana does, but it's also a nice try by Epic to be hip with a meme, but they misspelt it unfortunately. There's also the Juggus Backbling, Slurp Wrap, and Double Tap pickaxe, which is just a party animal pickaxe with a slight alteration in the type of minimal effort for maximum profit that we've come to know and expect from Epic. Also, a new set is changing seasons with the Turns skin, Bark Basher Harvester, and Hollowhorn Backbling that looks like someone who's lived in the Japanese suicide forest after Jake Paul made it look uncool. And the Autumn Queen skin with the Smashrooms Harvester, Autumn's Mantle Backbling, and Falling Leaf Wrap, which is about a month too late now to capture that crisp fall feeling. There's a new Frosty Fight set that's more like what the temperature has been lately with the Globe Shaker skin and Ornament Backbling to brazenly reuse the same asset in the same cosmetic bundle, and Polar Poleaxe. Get it? it's punny. There's a new set that's also a month too late with the Bone Brigade Sclaxus skin, Bone Fangs Harvester, Spinal Blade Backbling, and Neon Venom wrap. The new Silent Stalker set for those goth chicks comes with the Hush skin, Silent Striker Harvester, Black Strip Backbling, and Weathered Black wrap. Finally, a new set's the Battle Breakers set, which has already had the Razor skin leaked, but there's also the Kurohimura skin with the Fire Vortex Backbling with the Silver Frame wrap, and these will probably be rewards for playing the game of the same name on the Epic Games Store, similar to how the Stormtrooper skin was granted a Jedi Fallen Order on Epic Games Store owners. There's also updates to existing sets like Diabolical with the Dominion skin, Burning Beast Glider, Burning Blades Pickaxe, Flame Sigil Backbling, and Burning Glyph wrap for those devil worshippers out there. Royale Hearts gets the Bundle skin, that's another recoloration of everybody's favorite fantasy furry, with the Gwynny Backbling, which is a dumb fucking name for a penguin. Now for every horny prepubescent tween's favorite collection of pixels, with the Brilliant Bomber skin for the Sunshine and Rainbow set, with the Bright Blaster male counterpart and Bright Basher's Harvester. More for the Open Water set is the Depth Dealer skin, Bullet Slash Pickaxe, and Wave Piercer Backbling as more generic aquatic cosmetics, along with the Fathoms Deep Stingray skin that looks like somebody snuck into Infinity Ward Studios to steal an operator outfit, with the Sea Scorpion Pickaxe and Manta Backbling, which is probably a leftover from a failed Aquaman crossover. There's also a pair of emotes, Feelin' Jaunty, which just looks like walking in place for somebody who shit their pants, and Have a Seat, which is what your girlfriend does when she's waiting for you to get done with that last match. Oh, who the fuck am I kidding? You can't get a girlfriend. Lastly, in leaks, in the previous video, we talked about the return of the Scoped Assault Rifle, but that's not all that will be returning in that Assault Rifle category, as the Heavy AR for both Epic and Legendary variants also seems to be on the comeback trail, which is a good sign for people that can aim, but don't feel like being a sniping little shit stain. Will these Heavy AR variants replace the current purple and gold SCAR models? Now that there's an upgrade bench where you can craft better versions of weapons, does this mean that there needs to be all rarities of weapons such that a Beyonce-like upgrade can happen? I'm for one glad that they haven't added tons of stupid shit into the game, as you've seen with my last Rage video, but I can also see people that have been getting bored with the lack of shiny new objects. I'd personally rather the game be healthy than frequently updated. What do you think about Chapter 2 thus far in that aspect? Let me know in the comments section down below. I've been Doshwans27, over like Jacoby Ellsbury's Yankees career. Finally, until next time.